Success in World of Tanks depends on survival, and survival depends on your tank's ability to stay hidden and spot enemies. When you're out on the battlefield, enemy tanks will remain hidden from everyone on your team until they have been spotted. Once an enemy is spotted, by you or a teammate, it becomes visible to other players on your team. Spotted enemies will appear both on your HUD and on your minimap, allowing you to easily target them. If you see a binocular icon appear above a recently spotted enemy tank, it means you were the one to spot the enemy for your team. You will receive XP for any damage done to this tank by your teammates, making it highly advantageous for you to spot enemy tanks. Note that you will only receive spotting XP if your teammate could not see the enemy tank without your assistance. Many factors affect your ability to spot enemies, including what class of tank you use, your crew's status, and your tank's view range. There are a number of tweaks you can make to your tank to make it more effective at spotting the enemy. Choosing a tank package that includes an upgrade to your turret will usually increase your tank's view range. Adding coated optics or binocular telescope from the equipment menu increases your vehicle's view range. However, these items do not stack, and the binocular telescope is only active when your tank is not moving. Light tanks tend to be the best spotters. They are typically faster than other classes, allowing them to get closer to the enemy lines. They also tend to have better view ranges. While light tanks are the best suited, all tanks are potential spotters for their team. Even if you don't have the speed or view range of a light tank, you should still look to spot enemies whenever you can, especially for teammates using tank destroyers or artillery. As crucial to success as it is to spot enemies for your team, it is just as important to keep yourself from being spotted by your enemies. Your tank's ability to keep hidden from the enemy is called its camo factor. Tanks with a higher camo factor are less likely to be spotted. Your camo factor is affected by what you do on the battlefield. For example, rotating your tank's turret will not affect your camo factor, but rotating or moving your tank's chassis will decrease your camo factor, and firing your gun will almost certainly give away your position. Be sure to remain aware of your surroundings and take care when traversing the battlefield. Use bushes, buildings, fallen trees, rocks, and other barriers to keep yourself as hidden as possible from the enemy. The more cover between you and your foe, the harder you will be to spot. Be sure to keep an eye out for the detected icon at the bottom left of the screen, next to the tank status. If you see this icon, it means that an enemy within your field of view is looking at you, so proceed with caution. If your crew has the Sixth Sense ability, the spotted icon will appear when an enemy sees you from any direction, not just when they're in your field of view. If you find yourself spotted and outmatched by the enemy, try to put distance and cover between yourself and the enemy until they have lost sight of you. Just as with spotting, certain tanks have an advantage when it comes to remaining hidden on the battlefield. Most Tier 4 and higher light tanks are free to move across the battlefield without lowering their camo factor, making them just as hard to spot on the move as they would be standing still. There are also a few ways to improve your tank's camo factor in the garage. In the Customize menu, you can add a variety of camo patterns to your tank. These not only make your tank look great on the battlefield, they also increase your camo factor. You can add camo to your tank for 7 days, 30 days, or permanently. There are 4 different camo categories: winter, summer, desert, and urban. If you purchase a camo from each category, the correct camo for the map you're playing on will automatically be selected when you roll out to battle. Under the equipment menu, adding a camouflage net to your vehicle will provide an extra boost to your tank's camo factor when you remain still for 3 seconds. This makes it a perfect complement to the binocular telescope, which works only at a standstill. Use these tools and tactics on the battlefield to get the drop on your foes and lead your team to victory. Roll out, Commander!